It's that spooky time of year again. I know that every time October rolls around, I go into full-blown Halloween mode, so it makes sense that my October spread is very Halloween-y this year, as it is usually every year. It's another cut page spread to really get some mileage out of the plethora of Halloween doodles that I have all over that front page that makes up the calendar and the first part of the October spread. I'm doodling a lot of little pumpkins, candy corn, some even bats and ghosts, so I'm really happy. It looks like Halloween threw up all over my bullet journal spread this year, and it's so cute that I'm going to enjoy it all month. This is definitely up there and one of the most time-consuming spreads. All these little doodles I penciled in first just to make sure the placement and everything looked okay before I decided to go over it with pen, so including that penciling out time and then coloring it in and outlining it with the black pen, I think I spent about 7.5 to 8.5 hours on the spread, so it's definitely up there. I think it's still a little less time than I'd spent on the July 2021 spread. To help the calendar stand out a little bit, I decided to kind of create my own washi tape a little bit, and I did little strips of candy corn on the outsides of the calendar just to make it stand out a little bit from the crazy doodles on the outside while also making it blend in as well. And then on the bottom I did some ghosts, and on the top I just wrote out October with a spider web and a potions bottle, and I think it really did tie it in with helping it stand out just a little. Coloring all the doodles in was really cathartic this month. It was like filling in a coloring book because there was just so many repeating shapes that I was using just a few colors in, so it was really fun to fill it in with all of the colors. I'll link the markers that I used below, but I tried to keep a fairly simple Halloween-ish color theme using orange, yellow, brown, and gray. That way it wasn't too much color in your face and really helped tie in the different doodles together. I repeated the orange in the pumpkins and on the bottom of the candy corn, and then I used a yellow that was in the candy corn and also the leaves. I did use 2 different browns to make the leaves stand out a little bit more so that they weren't all just the same color since there were so many of them. One of the leaf colors was also the color of the pumpkin stem to try to tie that in as well, and then I used gray on the coffee cups, but also repeated the gray in other parts of the spread on other pages. Although this is still a lot of different colors, I'm glad that I didn't decide to do a different color for the orange on the candy corn versus the orange on the pumpkins. I think it would have made it look a little bit too hectic and not as cohesive, but I really do like how this turned out, and I think the colors really did lend themselves well to each other and help everything look like it was supposed to be there. The next page is the gratitude and habit trackers. They're really similar to the ones that I do every month. On the left is the gratitude tracker, where I'll probably just draw a candy corn for each day of the week and then write what I'm thankful for. or grateful for. I really just like to do this every month because it really does help me set my day up to be nice every morning when I write it down. And then on the right is the typical habit tracker with the days going down and the habits going across. And these usually include some basic chores that I have to do every single day that I like to mark off to make sure that I did it, as well as just some habits like taking my vitamins or stuff like that that sometimes I forget to do if I don't write it down and have my bullet journal hold me accountable for it every day. After that is the first weekly spread, and I divided everything out in a few more slots than the days of the week. The bigger areas are for the days of the week, and then the bottom two sections are just for basic planning and lists so that I can organize what I need to do in a week and then assign it to a day if I need to. And I drew some little motifs. This time I added a bat, but otherwise everything is pretty much the same as the doodles around the border just to make it tied in. I decided that I needed a little bit more color on these spreads, so I went around the edges with some of the colors so that when it's closed it is a little bit reminiscent of candy corn. So the first page is kind of whitish with the candy corn on it. The second page is yellow, and then this final page for now is orange so that when it's closed it kind of gives that candy corn effect and also adds a lot of color to the page and that little tab on the side so that the pages fill in with the rest of the spread a little bit better. This is something that I did in the July spread as well, so that each page kind of fit in with the blueberry theme. And here it is in all its final glory.